Welcome back to the channel, where we help you improve your English through powerful and enjoyable stories. Today's lesson is a special one. You're going to learn natural vocabulary, expressions, and storytelling language, all through a mysterious, emotional narrative called The Midnight Visitor. While you listen, try to focus on how sentences flow naturally, how conversations sound in real English, new words and expressions used in context. This story will not only entertain you, it will help you understand English the way native speakers use it every day. So sit comfortably, keep your ears open, and let's begin our English learning story for today. I used to think the scariest part of living alone was the silence. Turns out, it's not the silence. It's when the silence is interrupted. It started on a Thursday night. I was sitting in my small apartment, half asleep in front of my laptop, editing audio for a documentary about missing people. Everything in the building was quiet, unnaturally quiet. Not even the usual elevator sounds or footsteps from upstairs. Then, right at 12:01 a.m., someone knocked on my door. Not a loud knock, not desperate, just 3 soft taps evenly spaced. Tock, tock, tock. I froze. The mug in my hand went cold. Nobody visits me at midnight. Nobody in this building talks to anyone without texting first. The hallways stay empty after 9 p.m. Then it came again. Talk, talk, talk. My breath caught in my throat. I walked to the door slowly and pressed my eye to the peephole. The hallway was empty. Not, nobody is close to my door empty. I mean completely empty. Like no one had been there in hours. I whispered, "Hello?" Silence. I stepped back, almost convinced myself I imagined it, until I heard the doorknob quietly twist. Left, right, then still. My heart pounded. I had locked the deadbolt. I had put the chain on. I always double-checked before bed. Someone was definitely on the other side. "Who's there?" I called out. A moment passed. Then a man's voice spoke, calm and too close. "Can you let me in? I'm here to see you." I felt ice crawl down my spine. "You have the wrong apartment," I said. "Go away." He answered immediately. "No, I'm exactly where I should be, Maya." My stomach dropped. I had never told any stranger my name. Ever. "How do you know my name?" I whispered. "We've met before," he said softly. "Many times." My fingers shook over my phone. I hovered over the call button for building security, but didn't press it. "What do you want?" I choked out. "To come inside," he said simply, "like I always do." I checked the peephole again. Still empty, but something about the hallway looked wrong. The flickering light at the far end, the one that had been broken since the day I moved in, was suddenly steady, white, bright, too bright. And the building's usual background hum, the elevator motor, the pipes, the faint city noise, was gone. The world outside my door felt like a picture instead of reality. "Look again," the voice said. I leaned in closer. That's when I saw the footprints. Wet footprints on the carpet, one by one, appearing from the darkness, with no legs above them. No shadow, no person, just the prints, forming closer and closer toward my door. I stumbled back, nearly tripping over my own feet. "This isn't happening," I whispered. "It is," the voice said, "because it happens every time." "What does that mean?" I shouted. "Every time what?" "Every time the loop starts over," he replied. I didn't answer. I couldn't. My phone buzzed. A notification? No, an alarm. I hadn't set any alarms. I opened the screen with trembling hands and found dozens of alarms I'd never created, all at past midnight, all labeled with warnings written in my own typing style. "Don't open. He returns. Remember the footprints. You've lived this night before. If you let him in, it ends. You agreed to this." My knees nearly buckled. "What is this?" I whispered. "What are you doing to me?" "It's not me," the voice said gently. "It's you. You left those notes for yourself." "You're lying." "No, you just don't remember because you choose not to." I felt dizzy. The room tilted. "Why would I do something like that?" I asked. "Because you're stuck," he said. "You live this period of your life again and again, Same stress, same loneliness, same building, same Thursday night. A pause. And every time, you break during the darker part of the loop. My throat tightened. And you, what? You come to help? Yes. I knock so you don't fall apart alone. I backed up until I hit the kitchen counter. What are you? I whispered. A ghost? A hallucination? He answered carefully. I'm the part of you that got out. I didn't understand, but at the same time, I did. Something deep in me recognized the rhythm of his voice. Why do you want to come inside? I asked. Because it stops the loop, he said. When you open the door, everything resets forward, not backward. And if I don't? Then the nights get stranger. The world bends around you. You lose days. The fear gets louder. Eventually you break again, and the cycle restarts. I stared at my shaking hands. How many times has this happened? Enough, he said softly. Enough for you to stop counting. The doorknob twisted gently, like a reminder. You don't have to open it, he said. Not yet. But look at the oldest alarm in your phone. I scrolled. Near the bottom was an alarm with no timestamp, no date, just one message. When you're ready, open the door. Something inside me cracked. What happens if I say yes? I asked. You move on, he said. Your life continues. Not perfectly, not magically, but forward. And if I say no? You'll be here again next week, he said. Same fear, same night, same footprints. The silence grew thick and suffocating. I exhaled shakily. My hand lifted toward the chain lock. This is stupid, I whispered. This is freedom, he whispered back. I slid the chain loose. My heart hammered violently as I turned the deadbolt. The door creaked open. At first, nothing was there. Then, the hallway shifted, stretched, unfolded, like a long mirror reflecting not my body, but my life. Moments, versions, loops, me breaking, me recovering, me meeting him. Then the figure appeared, a man, ordinary, tired, with eyes I recognized instinctively because they were mine. He smiled softly. Hey, he said. Nice to see you when you remember. I couldn't speak. I just nodded. He held out his hand. Come on, he said. Let's finish this part. When I stepped forward, time folded around me. I saw flashes, my future, my past, my escapes, my mistakes. Not perfectly, just enough to understand. I wasn't going crazy. I was stuck. And this strange visitor, was the version of myself who had escaped the loop long ago and had been trying again and again to help me do the same. When the visions faded, the hallway was normal again. No footprints, no distortion, no visitor, just me. I closed the door. For the first time in months, the lock sounded like relief instead of fear. The next night, midnight passed quietly. No knock. The night after that, nothing. And then, 1 week later, on a calm Friday evening, I sat by the door at 11:59 p.m., almost expecting something. But the hallway stayed silent. I realized then that the loop was broken. I whispered into the quiet, "Thank you," not expecting an answer. But in the distance, faint as a dream, faint as a memory from someone else's life, I thought I heard 3 soft taps, not at my door, but somewhere far away. Tock, tock, tock. The visitor had moved on, to help someone else, to knock on a different door, to save another version of the same kind of lost, tired person I used to be. This time, though, I didn't answer. I didn't freeze. I didn't fall apart. I made tea. I turned off the lights. And for the first time in a long time, I slept peacefully. Great job! You've just completed the story of The Midnight Visitor. If you listened closely, you learned real conversational English, natural expressions used in daily life, storytelling vocabulary, and how native speakers create suspense, emotion, and atmosphere. The best way to improve your English is through consistent exposure, listening to stories, watching content, and immersing yourself in the language. So if you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more English learning stories every week. Tell me in the comments, which new phrase or expression did you learn today? Thank you for learning with us, and I'll see you in the next story.